Good evening. I am Justin Rue, your current host for today's late night show. Before I make a commentary on the Trump presidency so far, as you remember, Halloween was a few days ago, and on that day, Jimmy Kimmel does a show called I Told My Kids I Ate All Their Halloween Candy. Here's some of my favorite scenes so far from the past current years.
We ate all your Halloween candy. Mommy and I last night, we were watching a movie and we ate all of your candy. Here, step up. Look at it again. All gone.
I got really hungry and I ate all your Halloween candy while you were at school.
How?
What do you mean how? I ate it.
I don't want to see you ever again. Now go get a job.
Halloween candy is actually a sore subject for me. They call it fun size. But look at this. When you're my size, this isn't fun. This is bull.
I just threw in Shaq O'Neal for the fun of it, but dang, that kid. I don't want to see you again, Mom. Go find a job. I've got no comments. Even the White House manages to celebrate Halloween by bringing the children of the Secretary Press Corps into the Oval Office, where the president traditionally gives them candy. Let's take a look.
I cannot believe the media produced such beautiful children. How the media did this, I don't know. Do you know who they are? Do you know who they are? They're the friendly media. They're the press. That's the press. Oh, you're going to grow up to be like your parents? Don't answer. That can only get me in trouble, that question. So how does the press treat you? I'll bet you get treated better by the press than anybody in the world, right? Well, congratulations, folks. You did a good job. You did a good job. Here you did a good job. I wouldn't say you did very well here.
Because of such lurid images, the kids reacted perfectly. Trump's narcissism took such a dark turn. He's taken a cherubic moment and turned it into a tarnished image. But the pressing issue right now isn't about Trump's Halloween. It's about Trump's cabinet. A few days ago, we received confirmation of indictment of Rick Gates and Paul Manafort, the latter being Trump's campaign manager. He has been charged with tax fraud and has allegedly bought clothes, home equipment, and some very convincing levels of campaign money. In the end, I can't seem to remember that term. Why does it sound so treasonous? Meanwhile, Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee and Fox News have been trying to steer away President Trump and his cabinet away from danger. Let's see how that went.
Today's announcement has nothing to do with the president, has nothing to do with the president's campaign or campaign activity. The real collusion scandal, as we've said several times before, has everything to do with the Clinton campaign, Fusion GPS, and Russia.
The president had nothing to do with coordination, collusion, or cooperation with Russia. Nobody at the campaign did that I'm aware of.
Cheeseburger emoji causing a frenzy online. We've been talking about it all morning. Can you see what's wrong with this picture? The cheese is underneath the hamburger. Who does that?
OMG, guys. There's absolutely no evidence that Mr. Trump made a deal with Russia, so why don't you turn your hatreds from us towards the Democrats? Wait a minute. Democrats, Clinton, Russia, GPS, conspiracy. Wait a minute. What if Hillary Clinton was a true rigger of the 2016 election? What if she made a deal with Russia and purposely lost? And when that's not enough, Fox News makes some absurd stuff saying, oh, what do you think of this cheeseburger? Is it keeping them away from these two emojis about the Trump presidency? But despite some of these news not relating back to the election corruption, Mueller's implying that he's not going to stop until corruption gets out of DC. And so far, he's doing a good job. When it comes time for Manafort to confess or testify to court, God bless his soul. We all know that he's such a great public speaker.
To be clear, Mr. Trump has no financial relationships with any Russian oligarchs.
That's what he said. That's what I said. That's obviously what our position is.
You know, if Manafort went back in time and was, like, choosing a career, he should have gone for acting because, you know, he's a great Charlie Brown teacher voiceover. Well, according to New York Times, the more pressing issue, as of now, is Mr. Papadopoulos has pleaded guilty to the FBI for lying. About what? He has apparently tried to make meetings with Russia and has already met with Putin's niece and a professor that is currently unknown right now. And the niece, all she responded was, "We are already excited by the possibility of a good relationship with Mr. Trump." Meanwhile, the professor, he had more convincing information. He had some dirt in the form of emails which could be used to screw up the 2016 election. And of course, here comes Trump. We all know that Trump has a Twitter war right now, and then he does everything to buy fake news. So make sure that he's stable with his presidency. And here's what he tweeted. Sorry, but this years ago, before Paul Manafort was part of the Trump campaign. But why aren't crooked Hillary and the Dems the focus? Also, there is no collusion! You could probably equate this Twitter to this scenario. So, pretend you're drunk driving, God forbid you don't, and then you get pulled over by a cop, and this is your speech slurred. I didn't do anything. It's not that I have alcohol behind the driver's seat. Really? Aside from this, he released another Twitter, and this is what it says. ... Wow, the president already uses good punctuation marks. The uranium to Russia deal, the 33,000 plus deleted emails, the commie fix, and so much more. Instead, they look at phony Trump/Russia, collusions, which doesn't exist. The Dems are using this terrible and bad for our country witch hunt for evil politics, but the R's ... are now fighting back like never before. There's so much guilt by the Democrats/Clinton, and now the facts are pouring out. Do something! Exclamation mark. Now, doesn't this remind you of something? Possibly like JFK's inauguration address? Here's the proof. And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. Now someone do something! Mr. President, in all seriousness, it's time to start making your impact within the country. I'll admit at times your job may be difficult, but here's some simple things you missed. You haven't condemned racism in Charlottesville. The Pentagon almost declared war because of a Twitter post you made. Only 20% of the population supports you when you share our most prevalent ideology. And 4, why build a wall when history has proven it's going to come crumbling down and meet its demise? Mr. President, your first 100 days are over, and it's time to stop cowering behind your cabinet and do something within this country. Thank you. I've been your host, Justin Rue, for tonight's Late Night Show, and good night.